everybody, Brian the Wild Army and Rat Ride Car Part Builder Mechanic, whatever you want to call me. You know, don't call me late for lunch. Boy, I'll tell you, I've been working on this old flathead 51 F series truck. And, well, you know, back in the day, I'm going to run 30 weight non-detergent oil in this. And this old baby didn't have an oil filter. They came, a lot of them, oil filters were an option, believe it or not. And then they also didn't have paper filters. These were the old oil filter oil baths, they called them. And they actually put oil in there and you clean them out in a parts washer, or guys would rinse them out at home, I guess, back in the day. And so they filled them up with oil in the bottom, yay big, and it was like mesh screen on this part. And that's how they did it back then. And every 2,000 miles, change oil on it. And that's what the Ford manual recommended on that. Now on my Chevy Impala, I did a video on my wife's Nissan, and the old White Knight, I call her. And I use the old Mobile one here. Let me see if I could show you that real quick. And I'm putting the oil in it now. And I use the AC Delco oil filter. And I shopped around. I'm going to put this air filter in. This was $20. I got the oil from the Mobile one from, believe it or not, all places, Lowe's. And they had it marked down, and I used my Pro card, so I'll get $1 off of that, which was not really bad for, you know, $5.30 full synthetic oil. It's trucks and SUVs, yeah, $5.30. The weight's the same. It's an Impala. I don't care. As long as I'm using the synthetic and it meets all my SAE standards and of that, what they require, which that does, and then it's fine. I mean, you know, gimmick, I think, but oh well. They put a little bit of detergent. So, you know, and I didn't buy the cabin filter. The cabin filter looked okay. I blew it out with my little blower there, Homelot electric blower. And I blew her out, and I'm going to spray her down with some Lysol, you know, and it'll be fine. And on this car, you have to take the rain gutter, and it's right there. It's easy. Some cars, they're behind the glove box or in the glove box, somewhere in the cockpit, where this one is under the hood, under the rain gutter, underneath the wipers. And so there you go. And am I saving any money? Well, if I had to get the cabin filter along with the oil filter and everything, my God, I'd have like $65, close to $70, not counting the windshield washer fluid. And I'm making my own windshield washer soap. I'm not putting Arizona tea in there, so I'm just using the bottle. So don't give me some wild emails, but I use like a teaspoon of Dawn dishwashing soap, the blue, and I don't have any denatured alcohol, but I'm using rubbing alcohol. The difference is they put a chemical in it to deter people from drinking rubbing alcohol, believe it or not. So that's what I found the difference is. So, and I really, you know, I'm in Florida. I really don't need the alcohol in here because we're not going to have freeze. It's spring right now. So in here, I would use it in the wintertime, but I can put it in there. I mean, it won't hurt. Teaspoon of that. But northern states, you know, Canada or New York, or you know, where they have a colder climate, freezing weather, that you need to make it a little stronger. Naturally, you know, HP is you got to be a little bit so your washer fluid bottle don't freeze and crack. So you could make your own. Windshield washer soap is expensive now. I can't believe it. I mean, back in the day, you used to buy it for 99 cents or at least $1.50, and I've seen it up to $4. Some places $5. I've even seen, I think the Rain-X stuff is even really high. But I don't know. I can make my own and save, let's say $4 I save. But okay, so I got 65, 70, but I'm using good oil, good stuff. When I was at O'Reilly's, I picked up that air filter, excuse me. They do have a sale right here. And they all offer this. All the auto parts store, AutoZone, they all do it. Napa. But this is $34. And $34.99, you get up to 5 quarts of 530 synthetic oil with a microgard oil filter, which is not bad. That's not bad. I mean, that's good oil. It's fine. It meets and exceeds the standards, the SE standards and the PU standard and all that. It meets all the standards, and that's fine, And as long as you're 530, and they also, I'm sure if you go in there, if your car takes 030 or 020, I'm sure that that's the same deal. It's just not way. Now, let me read it here. Doesn't really say, but I've seen it. At the parts stores where it's 020 weight oil, with an oil filter. So that's really, you can save some money. That's cheap. Now, I know there's places that advertise some franchise tire stores and places like that will maybe offer that $35 for that. But I don't know. I'm not gonna go there, but I don't trust it. I'd rather buy it my own. Here's another thing too, a little tip. Okay, let's say my car doesn't need it right now. Let's say I know in about 3 weeks I'll probably need to change my oil, let's say, for example, and I happen to see something on sale and I got a few bucks loose change in my pockets. So, okay, $34. Heck, if you went out to go out to eat somewhere, you'll spend more than that just going out to eat. So, hey, forfeit going out to eat. You Gen Zs and your millennials, don't go out to eat. Cook your food at home. Take that $34.99 and buy your kit. You'll have it. Put it in the utility room or somewhere, and so when your car's due, you'll have it. You already have it in the bank. It's paid for, and then you can just do your oil changes. And of course, if you've never done it before, get help or research how to do it. I got this car on jack stand. This is a floor jack. You can pick up these Harbor Freight, really reasonable. Maybe, just if you do the math, you can pick them up for $100. But you go, that's $100. Now that oil change got really expensive, but not really. If you're going to do it, that jack will last you a long time. So you'll more than pay for it in the long run. You want to use jack stands. I got my car up on jack stands now and keep me from crawling under there with this GoPro stick. It's really awkward, but this is a jack stand. There's a bigger one for trucks, and you want to go online and find on your particular model, your make and model, where to put those jack stands. It's very important you do that. There's certain places you put jack stands under a car, because if you put it in the wrong place, you could end up putting a jack stand through your fender, your floorboard. You can cause some serious body damage. Cars are unibody. You could weaken your body, your frame on it. So you want to put it, where it's recommended. This one has a frame, a subframe, and it's safe. And I got the jack stands under there. So, look it up, research it. Do a little research. Get a friend to help you. You can save a little money doing it yourself, and you have that. You got that reassurance, that you use a good quality, and you don't have to worry about trusting anybody. Me, there's not a lot of people I want to touch my vehicle. Vehicles are very, very expensive investment. And even when I was working, I still changed my oil. Now I know some shops in town that they're really reliable. They're expensive, but they're good, and I can trust them. And if I had to, let's say I broke my hands or something, God forbid, but I would take it. I would trust these guys. I spent a little money, but that's okay. But that's all right too, to pay somebody you can trust. That's the main thing too, trusting. And I don't know. Some of these places, they offer these specials, and the oil and inflation now. It's costing those companies money, and they got to make it somewhere else. So that's why I don't trust things like that. If it's a local shop in town where the guy, he's got a reputation, he goes by word of mouth, if your buddy tells you about it, that guy's going to usually treat you right, because he don't want to make you mad. And then you go tell your buddy that was his customer, and then he'll lose a bunch of customers that way. So your independents are really good, so support them, definitely. And with that, I don't know, I covered all the tracks I can on that. I'm sure I've probably left out some things. But like I said, You can save some money, a few bucks here and a few bucks there. You can buy the oils if you're going to Walmart and you happen to see a deal on it and it takes your special. You could throw it in your buggy and then you could save up. You could save up your oil changing kit. So, like I said earlier, for when you do it. So I think you're ahead that way, really. And like I said, be safe about it. Research how to do it. When you put the oil filter on, you screw it. They always say hand tight, but I like to go a little tighter. Do not use a wrench to put the oil filter on, by all means. But you can get, muscle a little bit. I like to do. I've been doing it for years, and I like to get them a little bit more snug than they recommend. But and then another thing too, the oil filter screws up. You can fill the oil filter with oil if you can. Now, some filters go upside down inside of the motor. It's really hard to do that. But the ones out there, you can fill the oil up. And, of course, make sure you put the oil in it and check it and know how many quarts your engine takes also. Some cars are really weird. They take only 3 quarts, so be careful, though. You don't want to overfill it, and you don't want to underfill it. So with that, hey, God bless you guys, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Share it with a friend. Hit the notice bell. Give me a thumbs up. I need all the help I can get, trust me. Hey, God bless y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. You're worth it to me.